with that being said, this is so cute. I can't wait to get in and show you these apartments. So I know I just said this is so cute. I'm biased because I built it, but I'm really, really freaking proud of it. So hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah and welcome to another Sims 4 debug build where I take something that I found in debug, a shell of something in debug, and I build it in the Sims 4 to be an actual functional home. I've done this once before and that was so much fun, and I've had my eye on this one for so long, and today is finally the day where I'm able to build this. This one, I wasn't able to make it exactly the same, so it's more like inspired by something that I saw in debug. But with that being said, let's jump into the Sims 4 really quickly. I'm going to show you what I found first and what is the inspiration for this build today. So we are actually currently in Evergreen Harbour, the world that came with Eco Lifestyle. I was looking around one day, taking some screenshots, because I actually have a screenshots folder to have as like my screensavers on my computer. And so we're in Evergreen Harbour. This is the Tinker House right here. So just to give you an idea of whereabouts in Evergreen Harbour we are. And I was just looking at the surrounding lots and I saw this building right here. And I thought, that's pretty freaking cool. I could probably build that and make them functional apartments, especially with for rent being a thing now. If I build this and you have for rent, you could own this apartment complex and have tenants living in this apartment complex. You've seen what we've been inspired by for this build, so let's get into building it. So I decided that I wanted to build this apartment complex in San Myshuno. There's this beautiful waterfront lot right here that's in the Spice District, and there's like a house that's generally on this lot, but it overlooks the water. It's absolutely beautiful, and I really did feel like this would be the perfect spot for this more industrial sort of apartment complex. It fits in with the other buildings of the Spice District, and I just thought it would be the most beautiful spot. Prime real estate right freaking here. Now, unfortunately though, this lot isn't as big a lot as I remembered it being, so I was able to only include 3 apartments instead of 4 like is in a part of the debug shell, because the lot's just smaller than I thought it was. And I did try to make these apartments as true to size as they were in the debug shell, so they are accurate dimension wise. And another thing that was a part of this as well is I wanted to make them look as accurate as possible as well. For that, I thought I was going to be using a lot of city living stuff for the outside, but I actually used a lot of get to work, because the railings that you're seeing, the banisters for the stairs that you're seeing, even the windows that are on the lower floor and the middle floor, they're exactly what was used in the debug shell, and they are from get to work. So I'm sorry, but get to work was heavily used in this build. I wasn't expecting that. That's totally fine. With that being said, I did try to make this as limited a pack build as possible. I am fortunate enough to be able to afford all of the packs, but I know that that is not the case for everyone. So I tried not to go overboard with packs, but there were a few packs that I had to use for different reasons. So werewolves was one of them. They have some beautiful industrial things and some decals that I used on the walls that I felt were really essential in giving this place a personality. I did obviously use city living as well. We are in San Myshuno in the city world, so I did use city living as a part of it. There was a couple of key features in growing together that I felt I really needed to use for this build. And then I did use a couple of kits as well. I used the Blooming Rooms kit, which as of recording this video is currently free, so I'm hoping that you've already downloaded the Blooming Rooms kit. And then I did also use the Industrial Loft kit as well, because I felt this build was the perfect build to use the Industrial Loft kit. So with that being said, we've now kind of done the actual building of the shell. We're getting into some of the decorating. Now, you'll be seeing amongst these 3 apartments that they use a lot of the same amenities, like the kitchen setups. We've got this black throughout all 3 of the apartments, and it was the same with the bathrooms. Because this is an apartment complex, I felt that they would have the same amenities. It's just all of the extra furniture that helps to give these 3 apartments their individuality, which it took me a little while to come up with the individuality for these 3 apartments, but we do get there in the end. I am going to be referring to these apartments as apartment 1, 2, and 3, just so that you know. Apartment 1 is the one on the left, apartment 2 is the one in the middle, and apartment 3 is the one on on the right. So for apartment 1, I knew that I wanted it to be kind of modern, and we're here kind of upstairs decorating the bedroom for that. It's going to be kind of modern and sleek in like a very black kind of vibe. So that was fun to come up with that. And then furthermore, talking about the similarities between these apartments, they all have the same layouts as well, because they're an apartment complex. It just made sense that they would have the same amenities and the same layouts. It's what you do with the space that's interesting. And the reason I mention that is in apartment number 1, where I'm starting to find this more sleek, modern black vibe, the second bedroom that I have on the middle floor, like they generally are supposed to be 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments was the vibe, but in the modern apartment, I decided to make that second bedroom a home office. So it actually ends up being a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a home office in that apartment. So we're now in apartment number 3 though, and I decided to go with a brown vibe. This apartment I went with all industrial loft kit stuff as much as I could. Industrial loft kit. I do use a little bit of the industrial loft kit in apartment 1 as well, but apartment 3 is all in for the industrial loft kit. So if you don't have the industrial loft kit, you could easily take out the furniture that I used and put in some of your own. And now we're in apartment number 2. In apartment number 2, I knew that I wanted it to be an artsy sort of vibe for this one. So I went with super bright color brick. As a matter of fact, blue and yellow is very heavily the color scheme, which is not, I don't normally do things like that. I am very used to the modern black and even like the modern brown of the industrial loft apartment, but not the super bright. I kind of struggle a little bit with that. So I was stepping out of my comfort zone, and yellow is not my favorite color anyway, but I just felt like the yellow against this blue brick was so beautiful. So that's why I went so heavily with the yellow and blue color scheme. So I mentioned that I wanted it to be an artsy sort of apartment. So we've got a lot of painting stuff, a lot of art that it almost feels like the person living here created it. And this apartment, I also felt with the second bedroom that it was a kid's bedroom. So maybe this is like an artsy couple who have kids, or maybe it's a single parent who has kids. Very artsy and bright, super colorful in this apartment, which I actually feel goes really well for San Myshuno, because city living as a whole has a lot of super bright, colorful pattern stuff, and I feel like this apartment fits in beautifully. The Spice District is also known for being quite bright and colorful as well. So I had a lot of fun coming up with the differences between these apartments. Now I've sort of put like the main staple furniture in. We're really going in and doing the decorating in here. So you'll be seeing these elements are coming together. I love apartment number 1. I love them all really, but apartment number 1 is probably my favorite. I just like the sleek black modern. That's very much my vibe. It took the longest to decorate apartment number 1 because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with the different spaces. We have this landing that's on the second floor and I didn't know what to do with that. So I put some creative pieces in there, like a piano. We've got like a chess table in there. And then I knew I wanted to do that because the vibe for the home office kind of changed. It started out as being like a creative space. We had an easel in there, but I moved it out and that home office became something else entirely. I love the modern industrial vibes. I like it. It's so funny. I don't think I would ever want to live in like a modern industrial home, but I love building that style in The Sims 4. And you're seeing there's different elements coming together. We've got a bar in the entryway there. These gaming posters above the couch are super freaking cute, and it kind of set a vibe. This person who's living here, I feel like it's one person living here and they are very successful in their career, whether they're a part of the business career, maybe they're a part of the gaming career, I don't know. And now we are here decorating the second apartment. So again, super bright, colorful everywhere. That's what I wanted. Artsy vibes. There's a lot of plants that ends up being a part of this apartment as well. It's like arts and plants. That's what this apartment is. There's greenery everywhere. There's art stuff everywhere. And this apartment I felt was really eccentric. I could get away with using things I wouldn't normally, like that wall sculpture that is the lamps, like the light bulbs on that wall sculpture. I never use that because it's so eccentric, but I felt it was perfect for this build. And then coming into the kids' bedroom, we've got bunk beds. There wasn't a good place to place the bunk beds in this room, so please ignore that, but just the vibes of creating just like a cutesy, creative, super bright, super fun blue and yellow space for these kids. I had a lot of fun with that. The entryway was also super fun for this one. I found these like roller doors that come with City Living that have a whole heap of different painted murals on them, and I've never used them before, and I thought it would just be such a fun idea for this apartment to use them as art pieces on the wall. The person who lives here created them. And then we've got this beautiful kids play space up on the landing for this one. Some bright colorful decor in there as well. I love the bookshelves that I did earlier for them. And now we're in apartment number 3, the industrial loft kit apartment, and I really like the vibes of this one as well. This one felt kind of minimalist in a way, almost. They don't have a lot of clutter out. It just felt kind of sleek, but in a different way to apartment number 1 does, because apartment number 1 does have quite a fair bit of clutter, has a few plants out. This one doesn't have much going on, but I feel like that's the style, that's what works for this apartment. On the landing, we've got some interesting setup with a computer there, some stuff on the wall, and then putting some art on the walls as well. I really like the space though, and the entryway for this one was also really, really interesting. Just a couple of little cluttery pieces. That bookshelf on the wall is one of my favorites. It is base game, it's amazing, as is this painting in the entryway, actually. Base game. It must have been added in an SDX drop though, because I don't remember it being a thing early on. So I had so much fun putting all of these apartments together, putting all of these elements to create 3 very individual pieces just on the same lot. It was a lot of fun, but that is the end of the speed build. That 10 minutes went super freaking quickly. Oh my goodness gracious. But with that being said, you have not seen the landscaping yet, and I only gave you glimpses of these apartments being built because it took me like 6.5 hours to build this lot. I gave you glimpses, but now I'm super excited to jump into this lot and show you the completely finished Old Salt House apartments. Let's take a look. Hey, did you know that 85% of you watching right now are not subscribed to my YouTube channel? We do so many fun Sims things here. I play classic Sims games, current Sims games. We have lots of drama, lots of family fun times. So if you would like to see any of that, come join us here by hitting the subscribe button down below and come and hang out. With that being said, let's get back into the video. This is the lot, and I'm showing it to you from a distance so you can get a vibe of the surrounding area as well, and just how beautiful this lot is. And then taking a look at the surrounding areas, you'll see what I mean about this apartment complex just fitting in really nicely. Debug landscaping, this sign above just felt like it fit perfectly. And then taking a look down at the footpath, getting some of the trees and the bollards in, the newspaper stands, even down the side, we've got like this little post box, the little locker thing there, the billboard on the wall, some signs and stuff. And we do have this space here, which has like garbage bins, outdoor garbage bins. Now, one thing that I didn't do for this build is I did not use the trash chute system that comes with apartments. They have normal bins, and because of that, you've got to then walk your garbage out to the bins on the side. And I also did not use the mailbox system as well. Now, let's take a look at the back, because they all have their own balconies off the top floor, and they also have their own balconies that lead down to the back of the lot as well. I put a car at each of them from Debug just to add a little bit more personality as well. And then on the side, I found this like fire escape ladder thing in Debug. It looks a bit weird, but it's kind of realistic to have one, even though it's not at all functional. Totally fine though. So with that being said, this is so cute. I can't wait to get in and show you these apartments. So I know I just said this is so cute. I'm biased because I built it, but I'm really, really freaking proud of it. So with that being said, let's come back around to the front. Let's walk through apartment number 1. The sleek, modern black apartment is where we're gonna start. So when you walk through the front doors, this is what you see. We do have this beautiful little mirror area, and I know you can see over to the bar behind us. I changed out the backing behind the bar to actual bar backing, and it looks super freaking cute. I love it. And then we've got the living room through here, and then come through the lounge room, we've got the kitchen, super sleek, modern, and black. Also just looking back through, super cute. And the dining room as well. Now, I did use the toddler stuff fairy light poles. It's the only thing I used from toddler stuff though, so if you don't have toddler stuff, don't stress. You're just not gonna have these fairy lights, that's all. And werewolves, I used this industrial spandrel. It just looks so freaking cute and I adore it. Through the kitchen, we've got this door that leads to a bathroom downstairs. Again, modern black vibes in here with some base game stuff, super cute. At the top of the second floor stairs, we've got the piano and the guitar with a nice little decal, some Logic stuff, some painting stuff. It's pretty bare in this landing, but that's totally fine. Let's come through this door though. This is what became the home office for this sim, and you're gonna kind of get the vibes. It's a home office vibe, but I also felt like this sim definitely giving me entrepreneurial, maybe a pro gamer. We had the posters downstairs as well, and like I said, I kind of felt like the sim living here was very successful in their career, so maybe they're a pro gamer. And then through this door we do have another bathroom. So upstairs into the lofted bedroom, sleek vibes. I love it. It's so cute. I think it's adorable, the black vibes. And then we've got the lofted, like I said, looking out, so it looks down over to the second floor landing there. And then we've got some more decor stuff to just really add to the sleek modern vibes. I really like this space. And then the balcony that is on the top floor, this is your freaking view. Don't you just freaking love that? I did put these little plants as like barriers in between apartments number 1 and 3 so that there would be a little bit of privacy, because that's something I think I would really struggle with living in an apartment, is the privacy. I think I would really struggle with that. But super cute. We've got a telescope out here and a little park bench. So that is apartment number 1. Apartment number 2 though, the artsy apartment. I'm excited for you to see how this one turned out. And this is what you see when you walk through the door. It is so bright and colorful and beautiful. I love the vibes with these like roller doors with the murals on them. So cute. And then we've got the artsy space over here with the easel and canvases and stuff everywhere. I changed the werewolf spandrel to be yellow because I wanted everything, like all the accents, to be yellow in this apartment. The lounge area is super cute with this werewolves decal, adorable. And then into the kitchen. Now, as I said, oh, we've got a plant clipping through the window. I'm gonna have to fix that anyway. As I said, all of the apartments have the same amenities. So even though this is a very colorful blue and yellow apartment, I kept all the cabinets and the fridge and even the bathroom stuff as black, because that's all stuff that I felt would be predetermined before this tenant moved here, and they've just changed like fixtures and made this apartment their own in a completely different way. So if you like, you could easily change the colors of these cabinets to be blue and yellow to match the rest. I just didn't really feel the need to. So then we've got this dining space, love it, and then their back patio over here. We've just got some plant stuff over here, just some eccentric looking plant stuff, like the odd ones, the ones that I feel like you wouldn't use very often because they're a little bit strange. It's totally fine. Moving upstairs to the landing for them. Like I mentioned, we have a kids play area here, so we've got a lot of the... Oh, I think that this may have been when I decided to use Growing Together, because I had this kids bedroom and I wanted to use a lot of the kids elements that came with Growing Together. I think all of this like cardboard stuff is from Growing Together. Like this family, they have a lot of plants around and it's very kind of green vibes, so I feel like they would be looking to recycle things and make things from materials that would generally be thrown away and recycle things in that way. So we do have a little kids craft table and the kids science lab table as well. And then we've got the beautiful bookshelves full of all of the clutter. Love that. So let's go and take a look at the kids bedroom. Again, keeping in with the blue and yellow themes, but we've got a couple of kids items. We've got the dragon in here to talk to. The bunk beds are super cute. The bookshelves are also cute. The stars on the walls. I kind of felt like the kids that would live in this space. They like sports and space. So we've got some sports elements in here, and then we've got some space elements in here as well. It just kind of felt like the vibe for me. Then through here, we've got their ensuite bathroom. I forgot to show you the bathroom downstairs as well, but I can promise you it looks pretty much exactly like this one, except the toilet roll holder is probably not so high up on the wall. I will fix that. With that being said, let's go upstairs to the 3rd floor, the lofted bedroom. And again, keeping in with the artsy sort of eccentric kind of vibes. I like this space though. I used a lot of city living in this space. It came together super nicely. This light sculpture is what I was talking about before on the wall. I never used that, and it's so cute in this space. I absolutely love it. And then we look out over the landing to the kids' play area downstairs. I just really like this apartment too. It's pretty cute. And then out on their back deck, this is their view. How freaking nice is that? And we've got another easel out here for if the painter feels like painting outside on a gorgeous day like today. Seriously. And then this little park like picnic bench that is probably not functional at all. It just fit in with the perfect artsy blue and yellow vibes that I was feeling for this city living apartment. And last but certainly not least, we have apartment number 3, the Industrial Loft Kit Apartment. Super fun. So we've just got some plants on their front deck. Let's go inside and take a look. So this is what you see when you walk through the front door. This is the entryway area here. Like I said, there's not a lot of clutter going on in this apartment. There's just enough to fill the space, but it's not enough to make you go, oh my god, there's a lot happening like there was in the artsy apartment. But that totally fit that vibe. And then over this side, we've got bookshelves with a little globe there. The lounge space is pretty cute in here as well. Love the vibes with the Industrial Loft Kit. It just looks really cute. And then over here, we've got the kitchen with the sleek black vibes. I feel like the sleek black kitchen fits in beautifully with this one, but you could again change it to be brown and grey because we've got a lot of the brown accents in here as well, with a dining area with a bar height table from the Industrial Loft Kit. Absolutely love that. So then I should show you this downstairs bathroom because I didn't show you in the artsy one. So this is what we've got going on in here. Again, it's just black vibes pretty much. We are heading upstairs to the 2nd floor landing, where we've just got some more windows overlooking the Spice District. Very nice. And we've got a chess table, the little office area. Like I said, this like sculpture on the wall, this wall piece of just everyday items, I've never used that, and it was interesting. So I think it fits in quite nicely with the vibes of this apartment. Actually really nice. And then through these doors, we've got the 2nd bedroom, what feels like another adult living in here. There's not a lot going on in here, but it definitely is not a child living in this room. So just enough to make it feel like it is being lived in. It still feels homely even though there's not a lot going on in here. Then we have the ensuite bathroom for this bedroom, which is pretty much exactly the same as the one downstairs. Totally fine. And then heading upstairs to the lofted bedroom upstairs. I really like this space as well. Honestly, I can't pick a favorite bedroom for the lofted bedrooms. I just really like all of these individual spaces in the apartments. I think they are all really cute and I cannot pick a favorite. It's very minimalist in here. There's not a lot going on, but I still think it's very cute in that way. So then of course we've got the lofted area looking down to the 2nd floor landing with the office stuff. Very cute. And then their outdoor decking, their view, abso-freaking-lutely just beautiful. You love to see it. They've got a park bench over here and they've got a chess table out here as well. I just felt like that was the vibe. But with that being said, you guys, if you would like to download the old Salt House apartments for yourself, they will be on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the exact same way it's spelled here, and you will find them under Old Salt House Apartments. That's what the name of this lot is, the Old Salt House. That's why I've made it the Old Salt House Apartments. So as I have them here, I have not included for rent. If you do have for rent, it would be super easy to make this a residential rental and separate these apartments into their 3 rental lots. That would be super easy to do, but I just feel because I was trying to do a limited pack thing, I've used enough packs as it is here. I just wanted to try and make this as accessible for as many people as possible. It has 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, but you could convert the home office in apartment number 1 to be a 2nd bedroom because that's was the intention originally. And it does sit at 313,870 simoleons, so do with that what you will. But you guys, that's all I've got for this video of taking a debug shell that I saw and turning it into a functional apartment complex in The Sims 4. I hope that you enjoyed this build. I had a lot of fun putting it together, this vision that I've had in my mind for ages, and I finally was able to bring it to life. And I love the individual styles of each of these apartments as well. If you would like to see more of me make more debug builds or just other Sims 4 content that I've got coming your way, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. You know what, for this one, if you can, if you're able to, leave me the Statue of Liberty emoji in the comments down below. Did you know that there was a Statue of Liberty emoji? I didn't until I just went and had a look on my phone and there's a Statue of Liberty emoji. So leave that in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far in the video, that you enjoyed this debug apartment complex build, and you would like to see me do more builds, including more debug builds in The Sims 4. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!